Thanks for joining us on Tissue World Television here at Tissue World Miami 2018. With me in the studio now, an actual legend. I mean, it's one thing for me to be called Michael Jackson. It's quite another to have a guest called Willie Nelson. But here you go, Willie Nelson and Michael Jackson live once again, because we did this, Willie, in Milan last year as well.
Nice to see you again.
So you're the president of Electrico, sir, and you've been presenting at the technical part of the conference today as well.
Correct.
And one of the hot topics in the conference is that of big data. So that was I understand the essence of where you were coming from with your presentation. What was the key takeaway you wanted the audience to walk away with?
We wanted to know that basically Electric 80 is a company that is consolidating information and allowing our customers to use this information to their advantage, to create efficiencies, to create safety, or safer working environment, and in general, just to have more control over their operations.
Yeah. In the main part of the conference, when we had the non-technical sessions, not only was big data coming up, but I think it was something that people are a little bit intimidated by. They're not overly sure as to how they should approach this new style of concept or thing called big data. How do people start to work with it and understand what it is?
Well, really, we've been using it all along. The problem is that we just call it a different name now. We've given it a nice name, and it seems to scare people. Internet of Things, big data, and so forth. We have computing power that allows us to do many, many things, and allows us to consolidate that information and provide reports, provide information for the users, and also give predictive assistance to the plants. Now, I think that's where we're really going now, is we're looking at it from a point of view of saying, okay, this happened. That doesn't do too much for us anymore. That already happened. But what can we do in the future
to avoid similar problems coming through?
It's a predictive system that we're using now, yeah.
So there's no real reason to be scared of it, is there? I think it's a simple and straightforward scenario. But anyone who's not employing the value of big data at the moment is certainly going to be left in the Stone Age, really, aren't they?
Yeah, well, I think what happens is every machinery manufacturer at this show collects data in some way or another. But you have to go to every machinery manufacturer in the show then to have that data. And what we're trying to do is take that, consolidate it in a way so you have a dashboard which allows you to understand how all your processes in the plant are working under one umbrella. It's very simple that way.
Makes a lot of sense. Now, you're no stranger to Tissue World as well, in your own regard, Willie. You go back all the way to the origins of Tissue World. Back in 1993, I think it was in Nice.
1993 in Nice was the first show. It was wonderful. It was the first time that our industry, which was always lost inside of these bigger shows, had its own show and really concentrated. It allows us to meet old friends, customers, and also see what everybody else is doing in the industry, which is quite interesting, I think, in a way where in 3 days you can get to know basically every player in the industry. I think it's
looking at all the technological breakthroughs and everything else that comes through.
Right.
It really is a wonderful networking opportunity. The quality of this show is absolutely outstanding, isn't
Fantastic,
it?
yeah. Fantastic opportunity. We've been here for the last 25 years, and we'll be here for the next 25 years.
I love to hear that. That sounds superb. Well, thank you for being with us in the Tissue World studio today.
Appreciate it.
Real pleasure to have you with us. Willie Nelson, live in Miami.
Thank you, Michael.